Hey guys, this is Greg with Medical Muscle. In this video, I want to talk about how your study habits should change depending on the term that you're going over, and kind of just a brief overview of the terms so you get a picture of what to expect, okay? So SGU, and probably like many medical schools, they're starting to shift to this type of learning, is system-based, okay? System-based learning. So what does that mean? So say if you're doing the GI system, you're going through the development of the GI system, you're going through the structure, the function, and then you're going to go through all the pathologies that you need to know. And the pathologies is really where you're going to be tested. The structure and function, not so much. You need to know about the pharmacology and the pathology of that system. That's actually what's tested. Okay, but there is, occasionally an embryology question or a basic structure question. They're saying like someone got shot in the stomach or shot in the abdomen at this location. What did they hit? Sometimes you get things like that, but generally it's going to be the pathology is related. Okay. Now it's just a general overview, especially in term one. You get like the basics of the topics, so like cardio-renal, pulmonary, neuro, endocrine. You get all that like basic information during your first year. So terms 1, 2, and even 3, right? You get the basics. A lot of that material on its own is not the difficulty that you're going to see on step 1. Okay, step 1 is going to require you to know a lot more about that topic. Okay, so really what they do is they're just trying to get this foundation in the first year. That's why they say it's like fundamentals to medicine, right? And so your studying habits should really be centered around SGU material specific. Okay, it's all about learning at this point. So Anki is fantastic for this because it allows you to study lecture material. Okay, so you can make your own cards. There's a ton of fantastic pre-made decks made by other students, so you can use that. As a supplement, I always suggest this. Boards and Beyond is fantastic. That's one I used. Video resource to go over a lot of these topics and just kind of you're trying to learn the basics, okay? Because you need a really good foundation. For questions, I would stick with the first year. I would stick with just doing questions from the school. They write the tests. They're writing the tests from the lecture material. Why burden yourself with extra stuff for the first year? There's no point in adding new stuff. I don't think that's helpful because SGU and probably most medical schools have a specific way that they ask things. And you're studying for their test, number 1, okay? You need to pass their test. But in learning their material, you're gonna learn the material as well. So it's not like, you're covering their material and it's gonna cause you to fail for step 1, no. All right, so Anki, studying their material, the school's material, and doing alternative studies videos like Boards and Beyond, okay? That stuff's all great. When you get into the second year, so terms 4 and 5, I guess term 3 might be considered the second year, I'm not sure. But definitely during terms 4 and 5, your second year, they start going back to old material, okay? So you revisit stuff, but they add in a lot more pathology, a lot more pharmacology, and a lot more physiology in all these things. And that's when you're really studying for step 1, okay? Year 1, it's not really material that you're gonna see in step 1 for the most part. It's good, you might be throwing wild cards. Yeah, you need to know like the biochemistry of something. But year 2 is where you really start to look at the clinical picture. All right, and I know a lot of you have this problem, and I understand this. In the first year, it's more like the facts that you need to know. That's why Anki works so well. It's just facts. But when you get into the year 2, which is term 4 and 5, you're going more for the clinical presentation. of that specific case, okay? You use the memorization that you learned from the first year and you apply it to a person now that has multiple things going on at the same time, okay? And you have to piece this together and figure out what is going on and how do you treat this. You know, they obviously have that. Step one is a lot of, you know, what is this kind of thing? Whereas step two is, okay, you need to not only know what this is, but how do you treat it? Or what is something that we can expect from this treatment? You know, a side effect or something. So in year two, your study habits should start being geared toward answering questions outside of SGU. So I want you to obviously use SGU material if you want, keep using Anki, keep using Boards and Beyond, but what I would suggest is adding on some question banks. Okay, Amboss is great. I think for the most part, any would be okay. Amboss is great, it's hard. Amboss is very challenging. So you don't want it to demoralize you, but it's a good testing company. For the end of year two, so like term 5, as you get closer to step 1, you definitely want to start throwing in some UWorld. UWorld is a great tool. I think I've changed the way I've thought about saving questions. I don't think that's that important. I think you should just, you know, learn the material early, see what your weak points are, and go through that. Now, when you get into clinicals, the study habits change again, okay? So you're gonna still be doing Anki if you wanna continue doing that. You can still be doing Boards and Beyond. That doesn't change too much, but you don't have to. The primary focus in clinicals is to be present in the clinical setting and learn as you go and basically create your own studying. Okay, so if you see a case and it's really interesting, look it up, okay? Because I bet you're gonna see something in a question that's related to that, and oftentimes you do, okay? So if you're in surgery and you see an appendectomy and there's some way that some procedure in the OR that they do, pay attention to that, okay? Kid comes in with Kawasaki's, okay? In the peds ED, you'll see that, okay? So you need to know what to do in that situation. And it would be good to look up Kawasaki's on your own. You know, UWorld is good. UWorld is good. You can use UWorld like that by searching Kawasaki's separately. But YouTube, you can do YouTube. You can use First Aid. You can use, I like UpToDate. I love UpToDate. You can do PubMed, okay? So all those things are really good. You're basically creating your own self-study, and then you're doing UWorld as a supplement, okay? Or as the main study, okay? You can throw in Amboss as well. It's a lot of questions at that point. Year 3 is just more questions, okay? It's getting you comfortable to answering questions with different options, with you know, individual cases, okay? So year 1, memorization. Year 2, you're getting used to adding in that memorization with clinical knowledge where there's more variables. Year 3 is just pure being able to answer questions. At that point, you should know the basics. It's a little less learning and more refining your skills, okay? And year 4 is just coasting. It's just having a lot of time to study what you want to study, and then just going through electives and just kicking butt. I know this is kind of a long video, guys, for this topic, but you know, I wanted to make that for you. All right, guys, I hope you kick butt on whatever you're doing, and take care.